Hello. So, um, Today is a big day. It's an exciting, nerve-wracking big day for me. I am going to my first ever anime con. I've never been to an anime con before. This is the first time. I've always wanted to go, but I've always just postponed it. I've always just put it off till the next day. But today's the big day. We are going, and I'm nervous. It's kind of going to be a good one because for me at least, because it's a small town. Well, actually, it's not really a small town, but it's a 1 day con that doesn't have like that many guest stars and that many events going on. They have the trivia and the cosplay contest at the end of the day, but most of it's just like artist alley stuff. Um, but yeah, I do want to go check out the trivia. I'm trying to convince my husband to and have us enter in on the trivia, but he doesn't want to. But I really think we could win or know a lot. I think we could do a lot, know a lot. We watch way too much anime. Um, Husband wanted me to join the cosplay contest. He wanted me to wear. Oh, I thought my Tron outfit was down here. He wanted me to wear my Tron outfit and enter into the cosplay contest, but I don't want to. I wanted to wear an anime costume and dress up in anime because it's an anime con. But no, I didn't want to do the Tron one. But anyway, I'm dressed up as Danganronpa. I don't, nope, can't get the whole outfit in. But anyway, Danganronpa. I'm dressed up as Danganronpa. It's the only anime cosplay that I own. I do plan on making more one day. Anyway, I didn't tell you, but we are going to Reading, Pennsylvania Anime Fest. I think that's what the cosplay is called, is Anime Fest. Anyway, it's a 1 day con, really small town. I figure if I like this one and I'm good at it, we can go to a bigger cosplay convention or anime convention later on in the year. But this is the one we're going to right now, my first one. So I'll meet you there at the con. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm here at the Anime Con, and it is crazier than I thought it would be. There is a lot of people. Not everybody's dressed up. There's a lot of people in a really, 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 really small room. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, literally all the way, this whole room is just the convention. It's not very much, not very many people. That line right here, is to see Lord Frieza and Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball. So as you can see, those are all the venues over there. This is just the sitting area. So as you can see, yeah, I'm standing here in the sitting area. They're about to do a lip singing contest here in like 30-ish minutes. And then after that, in like an hour, they will be doing the trivia. So yeah, so fun times, scary, nerve-wracking. I've had a couple of people actually know what I am and know what I'm dressed up as and have complimented me and taken photos with me, which is terrifying, but also was kind of cool and kind of nice. So, yay, and nerve-wracking. Okay, so I'm sitting just outside of the convention. There's like a little lobby here. And once again, I'm getting stopped and I'm learning a lot. Like, I need to have little printouts of my social media and have that to be able to be easily passed out. But there's actually not a lot of people who 3D print. I'm surprised of how much there's not 3D printed parts. Like your accessories are not 3D printed. People are using cardboard left and right, which is bonkers to me. I've never even thought about cardboard. It's crazy. This is interesting. But anyway, we're sitting in a really great spot because that's the entrance slide, and you can see everybody coming in and out and their cute outfits, even though nobody right here in the line has a cute cosplay outfit. But Generally, you see people come in and out with their cute cosplay. Oh, there's like One Piece right there. Oh, and then there's a little itty bitty kid with the Incredibles. Is it Incredibles? Incredibles. The little. Where's the little Incredible guy? He was cute. But anyway, you can see people's costumes when you're here sitting at the entrance.
This one right here, this is the best group. And there is a lot of good groups, and this was very hard for me to choose. And I'm going to have to say Team Rocket.
About this was perfect. So our winner is Jackpot Cosplay. Let's go!
Best craftsmanship.
Goes to Pyramid Head.
Are we all surprised? No.
Show is a mixture of our craftsmanship as well as our performance. It is a person who embodied their soul and character as well as the creation of it. This was also a very
Yeah, Rocket.
all of our craftsmanship creators were very, very in character. We all had different opinions on this one.
Yeah, Goblin Slayer too, Mike.
But in the end, the scream got us. Goblin Slayer!
Goblin Slayer! Yeah! It was the goblins!
Goblin Slayer. This looks weird without a belt. Without my belly button. Okay. So I am home from the con, and what an experience that was. Um, yeah, it was an experience. I learned a lot. There were some things I already knew, like because I've watched a lot of anime. I've watched a lot of YouTubers, content creators talk about going to cons all the time. So I knew like bring snacks, bring your own drinks. Should have brought my own Tylenol. Whoopsie on that one. I knew take a lot of breaks, take a lot of sitting breaks, because your feet were gonna get tired. Bring sensible shoes. I did all of that except for the Tylenol. But there were some things that like personally I wasn't expecting, that I learned. Like I was super nervous going in. I was super nervous because once I got there, I thought I would like relax and warm up. That's generally how I am when I try new things. I'm really, really nervous trying them. And then as I experience it, I generally warm up, calm down, and start enjoying myself. Yeah, that didn't really happen for multiple reasons. One was that surprisingly, when I got there, I didn't know a lot of the characters. I thought I knew a lot about anime, more so my husband, which he had an awesome time, but I didn't recognize a lot of the characters, and even characters that I love, like Marin from Dress Up My Darling. I didn't even recognize that person who dressed up as her. My husband pointed that out, was like, "Oh, look, it's Marin, you love her," and I was like, "What? What?" And like, and then I was like, "Oh, it is." Like I had to stare at them for a quick 2 minutes before I was like, "It is. There's Coach on her bag and everything." Anyway, um, so I didn't know a lot of the characters, and even characters that I did know, I didn't recognize. Like I saw Bleachigo, and I was like, "Is that Bleachigo? Is that Bleachigo? Huh? I guess that's Bleachigo." I did know it's like Inuyasha, and I did know Inuyasha. I noticed the two Kitos, and they met, and it was. um, I did know all the One Piece. I did know Demon Slayer. Oh my gosh, that was really annoying to me. How like half the people dressed up was Demon Slayer. But I'm also kind of not surprised. Demon Slayer's really popular. I am proud that nobody dressed up that I saw of the K-pop Demon Hunters. Thank you, everybody, for not wearing that out. Continue to wear that out. Um, the other thing that I had a really hard time with, which I didn't realize I was going to have a problem with that till I got there, is I don't like fangirling. And I guess I should have caught on to this, because if I'm out in public and I'm wearing my dresses and somebody compliments my dresses, I normally just go, "Oh, thank you," and continue on. When people point out that, "Oh, by the way, she made this dress," or somebody asked me, "Where'd you buy it?" and I want to buy one like it, and I'd be like, "I made it." I get really awkward, and I get really uncomfortable when people notice that I made my dresses, and I don't like the fangirling. So obviously, as I'm dressed up in character, yeah, the first time we're in line to get in, somebody recognized me and like fangirled, and I lost it. I was like, okay, I didn't really lose it, but I was like, hi. And I was really awkward for a lot of the photos that people wanted to take with me, because I was like, "Oh, why are they paying attention to me? Why are they noticing me?" Like, and then like there were some people who did ask, like, where to buy my cosplay costume, and I was like, I made it. I made it, and I did my shy self that I do when I people would find out that I make my own clothes. Um, so yeah, that kind of got weird. So I never really warmed up and I never really got comfortable because every time I'd start to get comfortable, people would start fangirling and then I would get awkward and uncomfortable again for a while. So that was a me problem. I don't know if it's something I can ever get over, but it's definitely never going to hinder me. I definitely will still always cosplay if I do go to any cosplay event. Like my husband and I want to go to another one that's nearby. And I want to wear my Tron outfit for that one because it's actually cosplay, not anime. But I still think I'm gonna always have a hard time when people fangirl over me. It's just I'm not comfortable with that. But I do want to still dress up and still go to cons. Um, but anyway, some of the other really bad experiences I had there was I do believe this was Reading's first anime con. I can't find anything online to say otherwise, but I do believe this is Reading's first anime con or first cosplay con. And it showed really, really bad. Sorry, my mic. Sorry, my necklace hit the mic. But yeah, it showed. There was supposed to be an agenda, and there was supposed to be like, oh, we're gonna have karaoke and lip singing contest and the trivia that I was looking forward to, and a Q&A with the voice actors. They had Lord Frieza and Chi-Chi, the OG voice actors for them. And we're supposed to have like a Q&A with them, and then at the end the cosplay competition. But A, none of that ever happened. B, if it did happen, nobody would have known because the mic situation was terrible. I'm gonna have to insert clips because I record this. It was driving my husband and I crazy. They had stuck a mic in a laptop and then the laptop into the amp system. And when they would play the anime songs off of like YouTube or whatever, play the intro songs and the little video clips that go with them, it would play fine from the amp lift system. It would play fine. But when you would talk in the microphone, when the guy would be like, hey, we have the line for whatever, or we're going to start something in 15 minutes. The Q&A, that's the only one I remember him saying in 15 minutes for starting the Q&A, which technically they didn't start till 45 minutes later, but that's besides the point. You couldn't hear, and even when they were doing the Q&A, you could not hear. I had made some kind of friends, and they came up and sat by me for the Q&A, and they're like, because I was 5 or 6 rows back, and they're like, oh, we're going to come sit by you because you're closer and we can hear the Q&A. I'm like, we can't hear crap either. You couldn't. And we brought that up. Everybody brought it up to them, and they really just couldn't do anything about it. They brought a crappy mic. I thought about having my mic that I bought for videotaping. And I should have. I probably should have, but I thought about it and I was like, I should do that. But I didn't. But my husband and I were really, really annoyed because the hotel's sound system was literally not that far. It was like 10 feet away. And we're like, why didn't you hook up to the hotel sound system? The hotel. And my husband was even playing with the little screen that goes to the sound system. And you can choose what speakers you can play over the whole convention center, the little convention area. You could choose what speaker you could go to, your mic plays over. No, they didn't hook it up to it. It would have been a lot better sound system. Some other things is like I actually never fangirled over anybody. Even though there was people who dressed up as some of my favorite characters, I never really like went over and took pictures or fangirled. I really sucked at taking pictures. But I never really fangirled really hard. The only one I probably really fangirled of was somebody dressed up in a furry outfit, like just the head and the wings, and kind of the little paws. And I was like, yeah, furry! I would never say I'm a furry. But I guess I'm a furry because I love watching furry YouTube channels. I have since like the dawn of furry time frame. Since back then when there was only 2 furry YouTube channels. I just love the dedication that furries have to come up with a fursona, and then the dedication and the love they put into their costumes. Do I want to make my own furry costume? Do I want to make my own fursona? No. But do I love the dedication and the love that furries have? Yes. and I love furries for that. So I guess I'm a furry fangirl. So probably another big problem and hinder for me was when people did come up and talk to me and be like, "Oh, it's Monokuma, Monokuma, Monokuma," and start fangirling over me, and then start talking about the show with me. I'd be like, yeah. Partly, I learned do not dress up as your character if you haven't seen the anime in a really long time, and I mean a really, really long time. I have not watched Danganronpa, season one since I ain't any of them pre-COVID. Season one probably has been like a good 8 years. I know the last season came out in like 2016, and I watched it when it came out, and that's probably the last time I watched Danganronpa. I don't remember much about the show, and apparently that time frame. So it was kind of awkward at the same time. But some good things were a lot of people seemed to know. There was quite a few people who seemed to know who my character was. They fangirled over it. I had like one couple that were really, really, really obsessed, and every time I walked by them, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I just love your outfit." Apparently, they're making their own, and they now are inspired off of my dress and outfit that they want to make something similar or something for themselves. They already just started with the head, but they want to bring up that project and continue. They are took tons of pictures of my outfit because they want to create something very similar. So that was really cool. I also really cool came across a group of teens that actually dressed up as several of the characters from Danganronpa, and they were so excited to see me and my Monokuma outfit because that was actually the only character they did not dress up as. They just carried around the little teddy bear. um, and so they fangirl pretty hard over me. We kind of became friends. We talked a lot. They came and sat by me a couple times. And that was kind of cool. But yeah, once again, I was still really awkward. But first anime con, first time doing a con and dressing up in cosplay. I guess not my first time dressing up in cosplay, but first time dressing up in cosplay at a con, and yeah, it was fun watching people play on the lollipop. They had a Lyra lollipop, so it's like the pole and then the little aerial hoop that's attached to the top. Looks like a lollipop. That's why it's called the Lyra lollipop. And it was fun to watch all the characters dance on it, learn how to play on it. I really wanted to play on it, but I was not about to do it in a kimono with long sleeves and a petticoat. And no shorts underneath. Yeah, wasn't about to go do that. But there was like Jason did it. Somebody who dressed up as Jason. I'll have to insert the pictures I have. But somebody dressed up as Jason, and we were calling him Slayson or Slayer or Slayson because he was slaying it on there. He was doing awesome. He was sitting on it, blowing kisses and doing the splits. I mean, it was hilarious. Everybody stopped and looked at him. Yeah. So that was kind of fun. There were some really cool costumes. There were some people who put some true dedications in their costumes. There were some that I was like, really? Apparently I have judgmental problems that I need to work on. I was actually really surprised on how many people had props and they made them out of cardboard and not 3D print them. I was really, really shocked. I know like one person said that they didn't 3D print their guns for their costume because they didn't want to get in trouble for it. So they knew they wouldn't get in trouble for it from cardboard, and so that's why they made theirs out of cardboard, which I actually thought was a really smart idea. But it was kind of shocking. But I also understand, like in this economical times, 3D printing is pretty costly. Whether you do it yourself or pay somebody else to do it, it's really costly. I also understand that a lot of people at this con were teenagers and they don't have the financial means or yeah, we'll go with financial means to make their costumes, buy accessories. And we're just all here to have fun. And so I was trying to let that go and trying to realize that they're all just here dressing up as a character they love, having fun. And so, yeah, I apparently need to dress up more as a character I love and a character I'm more comfortable and familiar with instead of one I haven't seen in over 6 years. Because, oopsie. It definitely did make me want to start making more anime cosplay outfits instead of Disney ones, like I plan on this year of making like Ariel and Moana. I do want to start adding more anime in. I do always had plans to make Crimson Butterfly from Toru's mom from Fruit Basket. I always wanted to make that Crimson Butterfly outfit, make my own variation of it. I always wanted to do Marin, but if I do Marin, I'm not going to do her everyday outfit like the lady did at the con today. I'm just not into that one. I would like to do her Slippery Girls outfit, but I need to equip boobs because she's got assets that I don't have, and I need to learn to equip those because I love that Slippery Girl outfit. And I think that would probably be my only one that I actually would truly stay close to the character because, as you can see, I don't always stay close to the character. I always kind of morph the character to be something me, something more girly. Same with like Crimson Butterfly. I have already decided to morph it into being something a little more girly. I think Mirana's Slippery Girls too. I think that one I'd probably stay very close or true to the character and be one of the very few ones I would. Maple from I maxed out my defense because I didn't want to get hurt, I think is what it's called. I just know it's maxed out my defense or Maple. Maple, I'd probably make my own variation. That's another one I do really want to do. I'd probably make my own variation because her outfits aren't really all that modest to begin with. And B, I just would make them curlier because that's just who I am. I want to make them curlier and prettier and dressy and floofy. And so, yeah, those are probably my big top 4 that I would want to do. That's 4, no 3, because that's Marin, Crimson Butterfly, Maple. Those are probably my big ones that I would want to do. I don't know of. I'd have to sit there and think about some other anime characters that I want to do, but those are my top ones that I eventually do want to get around to doing. Anyway, I think that's everything. My husband, I do plan on trying to go to a couple more cons this year, and we'll try filming those, and I'll put those videos out when we get to them, and my thoughts and feelings, and especially comparing them from like my first time to my second, third, or different venues, different places that have them, and I would like to go to one that's more established and they have a lot more of the kinks worked out and see the difference because this was not very fun. It was kind of just boring because they didn't do anything and they couldn't get really a lot of things to work. Yeah, even to the end where we were doing the cosplay competition, they knew the mic wasn't working, so they were just shouting. And then it was really kind of sad because when the cosplay competition got all done, they were like, everybody started talking and getting to, taking pictures and getting yippee. And they were shouting, going, we want the winners to come back up to the front so we can take pictures. But nobody could hear them because we're all talking. So this is where I don't get shy, but I shouted above the whole entire crowd of, they want the winners to come back up to take pictures. And like half the con room stops to turn and stare at me. And a lot of people were shocked and awed that I could yell and project and that it came from this little itty bitty me. But yeah, no, I yelled at one point and I was not even embarrassed that whole entire time. I'm never really embarrassed to shout in a public place and get everybody's attention. So that was funny how that didn't embarrass me, but people fangirling over me embarrassed me. But it was still kind of funny to see like half the con turn and stare at me and I'm like, hi. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, there were some aspects that was fun. It was fun to have a lot of people that knew my character and I made their day for them to see me in this outfit, but fangirling was also not my cup of tea. It was very intimidating for me. But I hope to get better at it in the future. Anyway, anyway, I hope you like this video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and all that fun jazz. I hope to see you in my next video where I'll be making a gothic boho dress, just something comfy for me to wear in the summertime. I do plan shortly here soon making like I said, Ariel and Moana this year and making those cosplay outfits, my variations of them. So stay tuned for those, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! So one last thing, I still love how this bun came out pink, and this one came out my normal hair color. I love how that worked out, because like, it's perfect for the costume. I didn't purposely do that, but I mean, this one's kind of end up being less pink now, but I didn't purposely do that, but it did come out that way, and I think it was perfect that it came out that way. Anyway, and I love my little gothic earrings. Oh, I got sauce on my face. Great. Now it's been there the whole time.